Now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? Yep.
Just might not be worth a whit.
What do you have to sell? You have food to sell.
What should I do?
Well, what a surprise this is. Customers who come in days like these are real treasures. What will it be, lad? Bidoo meat? Sure.
Come again, mate.
That just say it has been modified to increase its edible area. Okay.
Damn.
Whatever that means.
Can hardly believe such a
What
thing.
have you got to sell?
Oh there.
Herb seller. Let me assure you that it's not a matter of tribe. It's just I've got a limited stock and only sell to my regulars.
Hardly believe such a thing.
Disappointing. Where are we going anyway? You can instantly travel to locations you've previously visited through the map screen. Yeah, so they were instant travels. But it seems like we have not visited that place yet.
I see the soldiers' morale is all but evaporated.
Hang on a minute,
Yep.
you.
No,
In
I
the
think
end,
I'll keep
someone
going.
else's problem.
Aren't they?
All right.
No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well,
It's so quiet, it's kind of creepy.
Even so,
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we cannot let that stop us here.
I'm a little worried.
I'm worried about the people left in the Grand Cathedral.
look,
This path leads to the back entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front.
ready?
Now let's head inside. You all ready?
all
Let's
right.
go. Let us enter. The way is straight ahead.
Doesn't it seem like?
It's downright eerie. Much too quiet in here. We've no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to us.
Let's hurry.
The area looks clear. Let's hurry. Okay. There's a black mist there. Wait. What? Where's that? Okay, it's from a different side. I was like, give me the chest. Seems as though it's locked. Also locked. Alright. We'll go to the black mist.
Wait.
I'm getting a strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. The mines were. What do you sense? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Will?
Yeah.
We're going in. Right. No time to second guess ourselves.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
It can't be.
No way.
Alces. Alces, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alces, tell me, please. Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with his highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now, I... Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
The prince is alive!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His Highness is still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting!
You mean, if that's true, then I... O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path. Hear now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will! Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken. My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight.
That's a complicated
I am
name.
commander, and last of the Honor Guard! Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name! Alces, I will see you freed. For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name. With this power, I shall open the way! Alces, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Synthesis skills. You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special, cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing Q on a party member's turn. In order to perform any synthesis skill, a second party member with a specific archetype channeled is necessary. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn icon in addition to the active character's turn icon.
Rias,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Allies, together!
Okay, I don't think
Nope,
we
not
particularly
this.
need that right now, though.
Come!
Okay. This is not particularly useful
Not
yet,
this one.
I don't think. So I guess we'll just see how much damage she does. 45.
Let's set it up!
Heavy physical light damage to one enemy sounds good. Wait, why have you got the same thing twice? Oh, because we can use it with her. But hasn't she already used up her turn? How does that work then? Although increasing all allies' attacks sounds pretty good.
Hold nothing back!
Let me help.
That's needed. My thanks.
Okay, it just takes both of them. Ow. Alright.
Let's make an end of it.
You...
Ah!
We'll try to start off with light damage and see how he does with that. Yep, he is weak to that. You...
Behold! We stand together!
Not this skill.
Not this skill, yeah. What items do we have?
From our provisions.
Helpful
I
as
think
ever.
that will
I will come
be
forth,
beneficial.
royal soul. No.
Because then
Lend
I
me your
can
strength.
do this. I wonder if it's like stronger depending on who I do it with. Like if Hulkenberg has higher magic damage or something like that. If the attack does more damage if I do it with her than if I were to do it with Stroll.
Strike true.
No holding back.
Fancy.
The power
500
of life
is
itself.
quite
I
some
call
damage.
upon royal power within.
Oh, power of heroes. This won't do.
This won't do.
Lend me your strength.
You know what?
Let justice prevail.
You know what? I
I
kind of
stand
want to
waiting.
try that.
Is that all?
Okay, she resists physical attacks. That's why it's useful. I see. Wait, I don't have light damage. I could... Wait.
Better be sure. We'll do this together.
Forgot about that. How much do I do
Coordination is
with
key.
Stroll?
How's this?
Okay, I do 6 damage less, but I don't think that's super relevant.
I shall vanquish evil.
You
Blade in hand.
will still go
Strike
with
me
that.
if you dare.
Let's stay calm. By this power.
We'll just
We're
keep
not out of
the
this
HP
yet.
recovery up
I'm
there.
obliged. Too slow.
Done.
Didn't even
Hulkenberg.
hit.
Like poetry in motion.
Okay, he's garbage. Attack return to normal, but that is fine.
Let justice
You can
prevail.
just keep that up.
It's okay. We can do this.
I don't even
Let's set
think...
it up.
Well, I mean, I said I don't even think we need the synthesis, but the fact is, it costs 5 MP, so it's like literally not even more than... Well, it's like more by 1 than an attack that keeps probably not weak to, and it does like 7 times the amount of damage than a physical hit would do, or more.
Alces.
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
That's a lot of experience. And mag and money.
If I say so myself.
Well, it's not that much money.
I feel stronger.
I feel like we will just not do any physical attacks. Hit, evasion, and escape success. I really like... Although, item acquisition rate is probably something I also really want. I also love how it says raises item acquisition rate, etc. Like, what else does it raise?
I shall rise to the occasion.
Rias' memento.
Rest now, Alces. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh. Isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on. Let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there? On the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alces was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But...
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
We should head back.
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Rhys entrusted his belongings to us.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Louise?
Of course. Every time.
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death? Knowing the truth, may I join your cause?
Yes,
I heard of your
absolutely.
trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
We'd welcome you.
We'd welcome you, gladly.
Truly. Thank you. I shall strive to protect you, as you saved me.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Hogenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I would stake my very life upon it.
The party can now study the knight.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
His Royal Highness.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Louise.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare, but what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
Of course.
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even give proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
Me too. That's not a nice thing to say. I mean, I'm assuming he means he also feels useless. But I just like the thought of him thinking, I also wish you weren't so useless.
Now you're the one overthinking things.
You're right. This isn't like me, is it? Sorry. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
You can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination.
Gotta focus on the here and now, not the past.
Reduce the mag cost of studying the major lineage. Okay, that's useful. And the voices of followers can now be heard even from far away. Alright.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest early to prepare for tomorrow? But what if we don't? Or she actually lets us go out. Okay. Sure. Yes. To think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real night. I confess I was relieved to see His Highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall all have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alces' fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. I'm assuming we can't actually go outside, though. Yep, okay. Can we go see Maria? Okay.
What?
This is Hulkenberg's room. She'll get angry if you go in without her permission. But where's Grius' stuff? I want the stuff. Okay then. The bed seems rather stiff, but I can still rest in it. Maybe it's time to call it a night? Yeah.
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Apparently we've been invited to academia.
I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Will's soul. Oh, that is nice.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested, time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
Heroes Instance. Archetype experience items. You may come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to the Heroes Instance you received from Moore. You can use them from the item menu. They grant experience directly to an archetype without having to battle.
Forgive me. There's one more.
That seems like the thing I will never use.
You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you?
Yes.
You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
As long as I get to pet him, he doesn't need to be a helpful companion. I'm happy.
What?
Something's amiss? Something's broken. Has the crystal on the ground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
No matter. Trivial, all of it. More importantly. A rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer. Yeah, he's a perfectly normal human being.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The 12th of June.
Sorry.
I apologize that we've commandeered your home.
Think nothing of it.
This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, surely before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. Can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass. Not only for the prince, but for Greece as well.
I'd say...
One last matter. I am yet unused to this strange power. Once we take the field again, I would look to another for orders. Will, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. You've certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Will? Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, got it. May you lead us to victory.
True.
I suppose that would make you our captain. A fitting title for a company's tactical authority, no?
For real.
Real. I guess, but it sounds so formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say, but we'd be better served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right. Let's make sure we're ready for this. Gallico, when it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. They come, Arun. You can do this. Can we?
Let's focus.
Necromancer takedown. Luis's necromancer's subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Luis's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity. A mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacombs entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the necromancer before the day of calamity. On a given day, you have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day and you'll need your rest that night. If you spend time in town during the day, the night is yours. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol. That is very nice actually, especially at the beginning. Keep this in mind so you can plan your activities accordingly. Hey, you got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Grand Trad just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring.
So,
So I was thinking, you've got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Rhea said that sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float.
Give it a shot.
That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating, then see if you can stand on it. Blade riding, ooh. Well, in safe areas like cities, press V to hop on your blade and quickly ride through the area. You can increase your speed by holding shift.
We should go.
The first thing you need to do is head to the Grand Cathedral.
What's happened?
Ooh, that is actually quite fast. I apologize for making you shoulder the burden of captaincy, but if you have the strength the title demands, I trust you to wield it well.
So?
We cannot leave the Grand Cathedral in its current state. Shall we be off to it then, Will?
I
I have things to do. You have a quest?
Can't see a single good
Oh,
option.
what shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yes, it is. Or, to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mastari in this city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if I can't get my hands on this medicine. My heart aches to see her so racked by cough.
Yeah.
What if I buy it? Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much time to squeeze in a quick shopping trip and help them out.
You there?
Oh, what? Don't be ridiculous. We Mastari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elder even more. I've heard that all Elder are anathema to the Sanctists. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they do business with you. I didn't even read what I said. Well, it is a respiratory medicine called the Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Firmus Church.
I hope it's not too much trouble.
I'm hesitant to get my hopes up, but should you somehow obtain it, please bring it to me.
If so...
St. Firmus Church. Should be on San Lumiere Street. Think they'll sell us the medicine?
Let's give it a shot.
I don't know. We can try. Hagen's Dilemma. I need to purchase the Breath of Fresh Air, a medicine, and deliver it to the requester. Okay. The rewards for solving people's requests are not limited to just money or items. You could even unlock a new archetype. The harder the request, the greater the reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can review requests you've already taken in the quest section of the main menu. Enemy difficulty is also noted there, so you don't have to tackle quests blindly. Some requests have time limits. If you fail to complete a request in the designated time, it will be marked expired. You can no longer acquire rewards for your requests past the deadline, so keep an eye on your time. You can review deadlines in the quest section of the main menu. Yes, okay.
Alright then.
Alright then. Wait, what are these icons? This, for example.
You've been a lifesaver. Oh-ho!
Greetings, Elder Boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the royal capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mastari tribe? We too are rarely seen in Grand Trad. Considering that, I've seen a lot of you.
I see.
Of course. No, it's understandable. We rarely make ourselves known to the public, after all. So then, any interest in our history? In why we live our lives secluded and oppressed? I'll share, if you'd like to know. Mastari history. Learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Understanding different cultures and points of view might improve my tolerance. It's going to take some time, so if you had other plans for today, let's come back another time. I see.
You've been a lifesaver.
Okay.
Oh, you're not getting off the hook for that.
Right.
All
What
right,
else do we have? Nothing there, I think. That's where we are. The catacombs entrance, and we have San Lumiere Street, and there's 2 request thingies there.
What's happened?
All right,
one's, wait, one's here.
Damn fool. What on earth are you doing? Oh.
An elder. Sorry. Would you mind keeping distance from... No, wait. Are you perhaps the elder who's been frequenting the Hushed Honeybee Inn of late? Am I that famous?
Grand, innit?
Well, for better or for worse. Your tribe certainly stands out, but more importantly, your action gave you away. You do frequent the Honeybee. You see, I work in a very high-end hotel as an apprentice cook, but so far, all I've been entrusted with are chores. My dream is to become a 5-star chef. To that end, I've been researching the various cuisines of the city, and the hushed honeybee has caught my nose, if you will. I made the mistake of telling my superiors I wanted to go, but they stopped me cold. If I learn to cook from a parapus, it will damage our kitchen's reputation, they said.
Now what am I to do?
They told me if I even get caught setting foot in Sunshade Row, I'd be fired on the spot. I'm a Nydia, and he doesn't even trust me. It's the same tired prejudices. Nydia are liars and cheats, and so on. So if it's not too much trouble, could I ask you for help with something? I'd like you to go help out with the cooking at the Hushed Honeybee, and then report back to me about what it was like. The only catch is my employer has some high priority guests coming soon, so if possible I'd like you to get back to me by June 19th.
Please, if there's anything you can do.
I'd like to learn about their ingredients, what the kitchen's like, and of course the taste of the food. Naturally, I'll make it worth your while. How's that sound? Sure, I can do that.
Thank you much.
Oh, thank you so much. You're truly kind agreeing to help out a stranger you've only just met. I'll finally know what makes that kitchen tick. Sure.
Give it a shot.
Will do.
Come on.
Just like that, you're agreeing to help that guy? But I suppose Fabienne has helped us a lot, so it wouldn't hurt to pay her back by helping in the kitchen. From what I've heard, the Hushed Honeybee is really busy at night, so when the sun sets, let's ask Fabienne what we can do to help.
What on earth are you doing?
Okay. And then
Ridiculous. What is it?
hop on that and talk to her. Hello there.
You.
I remember you, Elder. Seems I was right about you not being a local. I've heard the rumors. My sources suggest you and Grius were working together. How did you know that? I own a magic igniter shop, and I do have some sway with the residents of Sunshade Row. But you needn't worry. I have no intention of turning you in. In exchange for my discretion, though, for lack of a better word, would you be willing to do a job for me?
What?
What job?
Yes.
A dangerous one, shall we say? I imagine a colleague of Grius would likely have the skill and discretion required. However, perhaps I'd better look elsewhere. I didn't realize how young you are on first glance. I'd prefer to work with someone who already understands how the world works. To some degree. You're too much risk otherwise. Don't want your death on my conscience. With a retort that demonstrates your royal virtues, you can gain the upper hand and win new supporters. Consider the type of ruler you'd like to be and respond well when someone questions your capabilities. This lady owns the igniter shop, right? I bet the pay would be decent. Might be worth taking the job if it's nothing too crazy. At least describe the job. That's what I'd like to say, but I don't have the wisdom to assess the danger for myself. If my wisdom were informed, I'd be able to judge if I could handle it.
Farewell.
I'm not going to be held liable for putting a child in danger. This conversation's over.
Right?
A shame we can't even ask about it. Hey, just a thought here, but she's not really seeing you, is she? Not that she thinks you're a bad guy, but she's absolutely defining you by your tribe and age. But if we can get her to see you as an actual person, I feel like she'd tell us more. I bet we'd make an impression if we helped other people around town. Let's see if there's anything we can do for the people here. I bet that'll help you get better at setting yourself apart too. I'll gather information for you, so if you're ever unsure about anything, just ask. Okay. Just don't forget we still have to do something about the Grand Cathedral too, got it? The what now? This would give us wisdom. Wait.
Something up?
Why not take a breather? There's a nice view and it's important to stop and smell the roses, you know? Besides, watching how the people in Grand Trad live might broaden your horizons. Yeah, sure, alright. Let's take a break then.
Whoa.
The streets are packed, but at least it's not as huge a crowd as the royal funeral had. Sure are a bunch of nobles on the main street and around the Grand Cathedral. I see some Clamar, Roag, and even some Ishkia. But if you head to the back streets, you'll see more Parapus. Guess that's what a class divide looks like. And then there's you, the only elder in town. It's crazy how people will say the most vile things to your face. I'm fed up with it. I know, they aren't even directed at me, and it still makes me sick to my stomach.
But...
Just remember, there's not a single thing wrong with you, so stand tall, okay? You're as free to walk these streets as anyone else. Gazing out at the sights of the capital of Gallica makes me feel like I've broadened my wisdom.
All right.
So we have courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, and imagination. Hero voice. Thy present glow comes from one of the splendid virtues already dwelling within thee.
That brilliance.
This glow serves thee best as the kindling to inflame thy followers' trust in thee.
Now then.
In thy, I think it said. Gather the royal virtues and fulfill thy destiny. Sure. Your character is measured by 5 royal virtues, each of which can be increased in various ways. Honing the royal virtues, courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, and imagination will help you solve your followers' problems and improve your relationship with them. You might improve your virtues by working, aiding people, or testing your courage. Try talking with Gallica for ideas. She knows a lot about the town and can give you more information. Gallica and I headed home while discussing the people and stores we passed along the way. Alright, and now we help out with cooking. On days you don't visit a dungeon, you'll have enough energy left for activities at night. You can visit followers that are only available at night, or hone your royal virtues. Gallica might have advice on what to do at night. Back to the hushed honeybee.
Please, I'm just, if you can help, incredulous.
Yeah.
We always get a flood of guests at night. Looks like it's going to be another hectic one. If you're free, could you lend me a hand with preparing food? If you'd like to help out, feel free to use the kitchen as you please. And if you have the ingredients, I can show you how to make red grass roast bidou. It seems like Fabienne's having a hard time. She's done a lot for us, so the least we could do is return the favor and help her out when we can.
That reminds me.
Oh, that reminds me, there was someone who wanted to know what it's like helping with the cooking here. We could knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Should we help her out? Yes.
You're a big help.
I appreciate the help. Now let's get you into the kitchen, shall we? We'll learn how to
Next up
cook
is...
the bidous some other time. We finished preparing the fish, so now we just have to put them in that pot.
Oh, right!
The finishing touch is the addition of fruit as a secret ingredient. I forgot to ask how to prepare it. What should we do? I did it under the plate. If we're doing fish, grate it in and simmer. Well, it depends on the fruit. Like, you can't grate raspberries. But if it's like, I don't know, apples, then we can absolutely grate it and simmer it. Put it on top. I don't think it would work super well with fish. So we'll do that.
In that case.
We should grate the fruit in and let everything cook in the same pot with the fish.
Whoa!
Interesting. It'll definitely soak up the fruit flavor if we simmer everything together. Gallica and I poured our hearts into the preparation. The dish draws you in with the aroma of fresh fruit. Let's serve it to the customer.
I knew it!
The customer wolfed down the whole plate. You're surprisingly good at this, Will. Looks like I did a good job helping it. I feel like my tolerance improved.
All right.
Let's go. I continued to help out as the night went on. Oh, right. Someone wanted to hear more about the honeybee. I should visit the young man on San Lumio Street.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yep, June 13th. The necromancer mentioned a day of calamity. Pretty ominous, but what does it even mean? Luis's orders or not, 'twas the necromancer who committed those acts of brutality we witnessed at the royal funeral. He undoubtedly prepares more of the same.
Right.
Well, we're going to put a stop to that corpse-robbing bastard before that happens. If the state army can't handle him, then it falls on us to do it. The day of calamity we were warned about is just 9 days away. We need to stop the necromancer before then. Yes, and of course we will do just that.
What's happened?
Okay. Right, then we will quickly travel to San Lemea Street. Talk to that guy who wanted us to work at the honeybee, and then see if we can get our medicine. Oh, here we are. He's in a different place than last time, isn't he?
Oh.
No, he's not. Ah, have you perhaps helped the hushed honeybee? Please tell me what it was like there. Yep. I recounted to him the full story of my time as a sous chef.
Grand, innit?
I see. So it's all about the preparation, all in the preparation. If I'm hearing you right, it sounds as though Miss Fabienne is rather particular about the ingredients she uses. This red grass you mentioned, not just anyone can get their hands on that here, can they? I knew she was no ordinary innkeeper.
Now what am I to do?
As I believe I mentioned, the place I work serves high-class clientele, and the head chef, not to mention the customers, put too much emphasis on tribe. Just being a Nydia, I get a cold shoulder from Clamart and Roag nobles in particular. To be expected in society as it stands today.
What in the blazes?
The head chef doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife. Probably why he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. I suppose I should be grateful I have a job at all, honestly. But still, there are a lot of days when I question why I'm putting up with any of this. So I just wanted confirmation of a simple fact I think I've always known to be true. That the skill of a chef has nothing to do with one's tribe. Hearing about the hushed honeybee has renewed my inspiration to keep cooking. I don't know where it'll take me, but I'm ready to throw myself into the proverbial frying pan. Oh, and of course I need to thank you properly for what you've done. Here, take this as a token for my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. 3 Magla pills increases my wisdom, and I get 2,000.
Now then.
2 wisdom. Let's go.
Wisdom.
'Tis one of these virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with the knowledge to discern truth from falsehood.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. For better or worse, we've learned a lot about this country's attitudes toward different tribes. Who knew prejudice could even extend to cooking? But it's heartening to know people are working to make it better, so we've got to keep up our own fight too.
What on earth are you doing?
Just completing quests, okay? Leave me alone.